While we're in Subic Bay at Vasco's, we got a whole lot of bits and pieces sorted on the boat too, in preparation for our next leg. Got a ride in a truck now, and we've got the dinghy in the back of the truck and going off to a laminating guy. So this is where we're dropping the dinghy in to have repair done. And it's actually a really sophisticated laminating place. This is our hybrid drive system too, which can generate or drive the boat in electric. But at the moment when it gets up to 65 degrees, which is after a minute or two, it's shutting down. It's just happening on the port engine. HH have sent a team who are working on the engine, and then the marina have got guys that are fueling up the boat. So it's all on today, and Deb's out shopping, provisioning the boat to head out of here and do remote lands. So this was one of the ideas I had with, if you want to fold the bed up with the mattress in place without messing the sheets up, then I was concerned that the lid could come down on you at sea. So we've had a strap made here, and there's basically that, which is an extra metal prop that goes under there that stops it being able to fold. Then it gets folded down and tied up to here. In Subic Bay in the town, and on our way to a shopping mall to go and start doing shopping and more work setting the boat up. Leaving Subic Bay, charging along with just the solar pump. Beautiful sailing. We've got about 20-25 knots or so behind us, and we're doing about 7 or 8 knots. Lovely. Hi Riley, this is a message from sea at present, and we're sending you a very big happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Bit of excitement now, trucking along pretty solidly, and we've got double leaf main in this station, and it's honking. Apparent 27, true, seems to be, well, it's been gusting up to about 27 or so, but yeah, pretty lumpy and exciting. Looks like he's from Waterworld. Crazy looking vessel. Not quite sure what he's doing, but I think we'll get clear of him. Currently punching into a fair headwind. We're down to a staysail and double reefed main. Pretty bumpy ride, but trucking along quickly. We seem to be up at the 8s, 9s. Sometimes we're down, what are we doing now? 6, 7.5. Yeah. Bit slow to film it, but some pretty big waves coming over the top at the moment. I've got to say right now, I'm pretty happy that I don't have a forward cockpit. I reckon it'd be very damp working there versus us doing sail changes back here in the dry and back here in the dry. Up there, very wet. We're testing the waterproofness of these windows, and so far we've gone through some pretty thick water over the top and not one drip at either window. Brilliant work. Really, really impressed with that. More of the crazy looking fishing boats. A little dinghy exploring mission around in Papaya Bay. We're on our way to Puerto Galera now. and we left the harbour, and I thought we'll just sail very conservatively with a double reef, and we're absolutely ripping along. Wind is building and building. We've now got 21 knots. We were up at about 26, 27 a moment ago, which inspired me to get the camera out. Speed over ground, we've slowed down to 8.5 knots now. We were doing up over 10. So, yeah, pretty easy travelling, mate. Smoking along, and I'll go have a look at our sails. So a fair bit on right now. We've got the solid double reef main. Apparent wind speed 30 knots. And we're just launching off stuff. Super lumpy and choppy, like just all over the place. Very, very confused sea. It's hard. We're trialling different on watch positions to sit and see what's happening. This is the current latest idea. What do you think, Debs?
The visibility is good, but bottom's a bit hard.
Don't know if this gives much of an idea. I tried filming out here before and I copped a wave to the face. So that's 2500 RPM. Getting rained on. We'll try this side. 2500 RPM. Doing about 5.5, 6 knots. And that's the shore that we're trying to hug. But we've got to head over to there, which is a bit more upwind than we're currently doing. So less than ideal. I'll hug the coast right up and then roll the sails out and blast across, I hope. There's Miko. And we are now in Puerto Galera. Joining the fun. Puerto Galera Yacht Club. Nice. Nothing can go wrong. Got it. We made it. Great way to travel. Fun. Cool little bar. This is our current lunch spot. That is the bikini bar. That's where we were before. Farewell, Puerto Galera. What a great visit we had there. Now on our way further down the island chain, and wind right behind us, being very lazy, Can't be bothered sailing angles. We've just rolled out the headsail and cruising along about 5 or 6 knots, 5.5, 6 knots. Usually sitting about 6. We're not now that I'm filming, but very easy travelling. Deb's cooking up a storm at the moment for breakfast. What have we got happening?
Here you've got French toast with yogurt berries.
French toast, yogurt and berries. Yum, eh? I get well looked after. Currently sailing along, we've got 9.7 knots, well, about 10 knots of breeze. Sitting on anywhere 7.5. And wind a bit behind the beam, apparent forward of the beam. Just fantastic. Full mainsail and the Solent out. Dead calm, but ripping along. Brilliant. Couldn't be easier. Deb and I have debated quite a bit while we've been on board the joys of catamaran life versus monohull life, coming from a monohull last time, and pros and cons of each, no doubt, but this has got to be the cream of the crop right now. What an absolutely cracking spot this is. We're at Pandan Island, using their mooring. I asked how much that was. No charge. Go ashore for dinner. I think it's $15 per person, effectively, Aussie, for dinner. And we pay to use the resort, which is the equivalent of $7.50 for the day per person. Unreal. And we're now just about to head out in the dinghy and go for a snorkel, which is meant to be amazing. Deb's getting her wetsuit on. She'll have it done eventually. It's not a fast process. Be no good in a 20 knot breeze, 20 knot sou'wester at home, ready to go for a windsurf. Wow, what a morning. We ran the aircon all night last night to see how that goes. We slept so well, it was so nice. But batteries are now at 74%, so it'll be an interesting test today. But I suspect that we'll have full batteries by the end of the day. Looks like we're being towed along at the moment by this magic buoy. It's amazing, the water is absolutely ripping. But no, we're not being towed, it's the current. We're now just about to head off on a dinghy mission. And that island, not sure if you can see it, way across there is where we're headed to. So it's a bit of a dinghy mission to go for what should be an epic snorkel. All right, we're off on our dinghy mission, and this is the real benefit of having a big and fast dinghy. Missions like this. All aboard, Debs. Electric start is nice too. VHF radio with us just in case things go wrong, and we'll pop it in one of the back lockers. Alright, we've made it over to our snorkeling spot, which was very quick, in about 3 or 4 minutes. There's the big boat where we've come from over there, and that's the island. And now we're across. There's a little sort of rock island just here, and what hopefully should be some amazing snorkeling. There's strong current too, so we'll take the dinghy painter tied onto us as we jump in. Hey Debs, excited for another epic snorkel?
Super excited.
Something I love in the dinghy, A, is the fact that it's rigid and super efficient, but secondly, you get an enormous amount of floor space. You get probably double, more than double the floor space for your dive gear than you did in our old dinghy. And then having lockers where you can just, you know, throw your hat and sunnies, VHF radio, etc. in a lockable or in a close-up locker seems great. Deb's in. Alright, we've decided we could go find a better spot. So off to our next snorkeling spot. Ready to go try another spot now, Deb? Continuing our mission, trying to find other awesome snorkeling spots. And we're now around, well, there's our mast on the other side of the island. And now trying some other spots. But this was one of the mentioned areas, but doesn't look as amazing as some of the other spots. Not sure. Yeah, Deb's just pointing out the shoreline. It's really cool though. Alright, looks like we've decided we'll head back to the boat, go have some lunch instead. Alright, change of plan again. It looks like, and I'm not sure if it'll work in the camera, but it looks like there's these straight lines through the water here, through there, and along there. But I wonder if they're lava tubes or something, and looking at the rock ashore might be interesting. So, nah, delay lunch, let's go for another snorkel. Dinghy mission's over, or diving mission's over, snorkeling. On our way back for lunch now, yay! And there's Miko on the other side of the island. So, and out in a bit of open ocean now too. Amazing how strong the current is here. You can see the boat pulling hard and it's sideways to the wind. The current's pretty full on. Deb can't get enough, she's going out for a bit more. Well, time to head off from Uppo Reef. What a fantastic visit this has been. Yeah, really amazing spot. And now blowing a bit, we're heading off to our next destination, which is down that way somewhere. So yeah, exciting. It's going to be a little bit eventful getting out of here because we've now blown out over the top of the reef. So when we let the mooring lines go, we're going to have to make sure we do that pretty accurately and get out of here and don't drift back too much. Look at that watercolour. Wow, love it. So we've sailed from Uppo Reef today, which was out here, and then we're trying to sail angles, and then the wind's dropped out, and we're now just motoring, although we're motoring with one diesel and one electric. as a bit of an experiment, monitoring fuel use and so on. But yeah, wow, what an amazing spot. This is just amazing. This is Coron that we're heading into, dodging through the islands and so on. Pretty nice spot. Can't wake up this morning. Just been busy drying the iPad that was left sitting here. It's now out drying another bit. After leaving windows open, bean bags out, etc. Thinking it was such a lovely calm night and not factoring in the condensation, the dew. It's just crazy, like the decks are so wet. Yeah, oopsie. I think we'll leave here. I don't feel like going for a swim amongst all of those fellas. So I've got the anchor winch remote, which is a little cabled one there, and then I've got the drive remote in the other hand. And I'm going to try pulling up the anchor. We'll see how it works. And that's the bridle attachment, which is an interesting setup. Seems to work pretty well. A few times it's been a bit tricky to get on or off. Side note, and this is pretty flash, we've got stainless steel anchor chain, or G-Flex. Very fancy chain. But as the chain comes up, it washes itself. Just a freshwater rinse. Here's her coming through. Wow, this is spectacular. How cool is that? Where we just come from? That's where we're anchored. This is interesting. That's the view if I just look with a normal eye, or that's the camera. But we'll see if it works. That's if I look through a polarized lens. Not sure if you can see that, but with my naked eye I can see the reef really clearly if I'm wearing polarized sunnies. So we were on our way from down there up to another anchorage up this way, and saw these two boats that we met the other day in Uppo Reef, and thought we'd stop and say hello. And the water is just incredible, and this spot looks amazing. We're anchored very close to the beach, and we're anchored in 37 meters of water, so pretty wild. They said that there's some caves ashore to explore, so we're, Debs and I, about to jump off and swim ashore. So we'll see if my sunnies stay dry and it all works, but should be fun. Oh, so nice in the water. Come for a swim. Unreal. Let's go. Wow. Amazing. This is just amazing. We're now ashore and can see some ladders and stuff, so I guess this is the caves we're headed to. And surprisingly for us, we don't plan any of this stuff. We're sailing along and we see two boats that we said hello to and had a drink with a few days ago, and we drive past them and they said come ashore and have a look at the caves. So yeah, cool. What do you think, Dad?
Miko.
It's just amazing. Wow, eh? Oh wow, they're like really deep. Crazy. Oh, and there's more down that way too. crystal clear. Guess we'll go for a swim in here now. Gotta try having a swim in here. How cool is this? Indoor swimming pool. More caves to explore. This landscape is just extraordinary. Absolutely amazing. I just keep being blown away at the islands and the area we're cruising through. It's totally amazing. Like, it's just little islands everywhere, sandy beaches, coral. It's awesome. So I'm currently navigating between two reefs. We've got a reef on that side, we've got a reef out on that side. And I found if I'm sitting up here, it's out of the sun, which is a major challenge. It's very hot at the moment. And I'm up a little bit higher so I can see the reef on each side. And then also sitting here, I've got an iPad with Navionics in front of me. And then I've got our chart plotter ahead that I can see that's running CMAP. So I've got two different types of charts, and I've got a visual, and I've got the remote control here for the autopilot so I can turn left or right to go through the right spot. Great setup. Not sure what's happening right where we wanted to go, but there's these little tiny white buoys that go forever in both directions, and we're just hoping we can go around them. I'm assuming that if we go this very far enough, we'll eventually get to the end of them and go around. We want to go that way. Okay, so I put the boat into electric drive mode, and that's working. If I drive the boat, I'll now turn the radio link on. Deb, can you, and I'll try just one button. See, and it just goes for a second. This one, push, and I'm holding it. It just goes for a second. That's it. That's it. It's just like a 1 second push. That's it. That's it. Like I've pushed it, but if I hold it in, it also just stops. So you can't actually go anywhere. Okay, next round of challenge. It's pulling all of this stuff apart and trying to, I have to try and somehow move, I'll be able to point to it. That little tiny, one of those little pieces has to move from one spot to the other spot in order for the hybrid drive remote to work the way I want it to. The joys of fixing boat stuff. And I'm trying to fix something and then dropped a bolt underneath a tiny little panel. But luckily, Deb's there to help. All right, off to the bar. Yay! See you, Miko. We're going out for dinner. Another magic spot, and we're going up here. I'm told it's a cool bar to visit. How cool is this? Tide dinghy up here. Walk around here. And then up to the bar. Looks unreal. How good is this? Wow. Wow, what a spot. Definitely doing it tough. Deb's sitting on one of the couches there, get the use of the pool, the use of all the facilities in the resort at a grand cost of about $5 Aussie per day. That's your outlook. And there's Miko on one of the moorings. That's $7.50 a day for a mooring. And there's our dinghy down at the floating dock below. How good. So this is the good bit. This is what we've been building up for. Getting the toys out to play. So we've got this is our bow locker where we've got a mountain of jerry cans because we're in Asia and we'll probably need those. An extra windsurfer rig, a foil board, wing foiling gear, that's something for me to learn. And then windsurfers and sups. And we've had all of those stashed in here. We've got to get the organising better so it's easier, but we'll get there. Yay. Deb off for her first paddle on the new sup. Now comes the challenging bit of getting it off the boat without banging anything. Now a big splat right now to make the much more entertaining footage. Nah, it's way too pro. Rigged up with all my brand new gear ready to go for a windsurf, and drop the mast-based plate through the trampoline into the water. Oops-a-daisy. Luckily, I accidentally got 2 rigs. Not by planning, but by mistake. So I'll have to go fishing in there and find another one. You know it's a great day when this is how you leave the front of the boat for the night. Given it's such a perfect morning, I think we've got to go for a sup before we head out of here, pack up the windsurfing gear and all the other stuff. We've got toys laid out. And then I think we're going to head off to Coron from here, which should be about a 3-hour trip. We're now starting to get a little bit concerned with all the reports of fuel and Philippines not having much fuel, that we need to go get the tanks topped off in preparation for later in the month, or later, another 3 weeks or so, and then we're going to head off towards Singapore.
Officially now
so this is what we're seeing in the news here, which is getting us to think we need to get moving, go find some fuel.
Made by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. painted a gloomy picture saying Philippine flagged commercial airplanes could be grounded if the conflict in the Middle East continues and oil and gas shipments remain disrupted. But nothing exemplifies this state of emergency more than petrol stations across the country where prices have been soaring. And you can see here diesel prices already in the 3 digits, equivalent
and that's our
to
big
more
concern.
than $2
Not the price, but
a
actually
liter.
just getting some.
Prices that were unimaginable just 4 weeks ago, and that's why senators have been urging the president to declare a state of national emergency. And finally, on Tuesday evening, the president relented